Hello and welcome. This is going to be slightly different to my usual videos. As you know, I'm about to undergo some major hip surgery, and I thought I'd kind of vlog a little bit along the way, more for myself than anything really, just to see the progress I'm making, you know, on those wobbly days when I feel like I'm getting nowhere. Also, you know, maybe for anybody else who might be going through the same thing, and just to keep in touch with you guys really, because I do love all your messages and comments and things, and it's nice to still keep this channel going even when I'm not feeling too great. So this is going to be kind of a vlog of my progress, of the build up to my operation, the time immediately after, and my recovery after that. But I'll sort of weave in my my sort of creative stuff along the way, my knitting and things. And it'll just sort of be a bit of everything really. So I don't really know, so we'll see how it develops. So the build up to my op has been long and is a very boring story, so I'll spare you that. But the long and short of it is that I am having a periacetabular osteotomy in 3 weeks today. That means basically, because my hip sockets are far too shallow for the ball, it's causing loads of other trouble. So they're going to put some cuts into my pelvis to sort of isolate the socket part. They'll then turn that round, pin it in place to make the socket deeper, and hopefully stop me getting arthritis so young, prevent me needing a new hip so young. I probably will need a new hip one day, but it might delay it for a good long time, long enough that I would only need one in my lifetime, whereas if I had a new hip now, they'd say I need about 3 more, so not ideal. And yeah, just hopefully get me back on my feet and back to normal. It's a really big op with a long recovery. So I'm trying to get as prepared as possible over the next few weeks so that everything can be as easy as it can when I get home. So that involves making adaptations to the house. So I had an occupational therapy appointment yesterday, and they've ordered lots of equipment for me that's going to make my life easier, and that's going to come before my operation so I can practice with it. Also, I plan to fill the freezer up with meals as much as I can, because I'm normally the cook around here. I love cooking. I plan all my meals in advance. I do all the shopping, and so I want to take that pressure off of Paul, because he'll still be working most of the time. So I'm making some things that are good to freeze so that we've got easy meals that we can just grab. I'm also planning lots of projects for post-op, so that I've got some knitting to keep me occupied. So that means I need to plan that in advance, because I'm not going to find things like winding yarn very easy, or sort of going upstairs to dig out project bags or print patterns. So I'm going to try and get on top of that now. And yeah, just generally making sure the house is up together and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I'll kind of take you along with me, and apologies if it's not very interesting to you, but you know, it could be really helpful for me just to see how far I've come really. So yeah, I will crack on and I will speak to you later. So I'm just preparing one of my absolute favourite meals ready to go in the freezer for post-op. So this is a recipe from Slimming World, and it's absolutely delicious. It's a roasted vegetable sauce to go with meatballs. So what I've done is just roasted this tray of onions, courgettes, peppers, celery and garlic. And what I'll do now is I'll blitz that down with some tinned tomatoes and tomato puree and freeze that. And then when it comes to eating it, all we'll have to do, or Paul will have to do, is empty the sauce back into this tray, drop some ready-made meatballs into it and just cook it for 20 minutes. So it's really easy, and then it's really tasty either on pasta or just with, I really like to do it with broccoli and green beans. So it's super healthy, which would be really good, really help my recovery, and it will just make life really easy. I've just bought this book to entertain myself during my recovery. I've seen it a few times before, but I was just browsing in Waterstones and I really like the look of it, so I purchased it. So it's called 365 Days of Art by Lorna Scobie, and it's just sort of different doodling, arty, sketching, very, you know, basic, but just looks really fun. So this one says, add shadows to the glass bottles, try different ways of drawing them. This one, colour in the waves, make a forest of trees, design some trousers. I like these ones where, hang on, let me find one. This is quite cute, where you sort of make a string of fairy lights. And then there's these ones where, I can't find one. Bear with. Here, like where you get like splodges and you have to turn them into something. So these are faces. There's one somewhere, there's cats, which I thought was really fun. Draw bugs. So lots of experiments with colours, which I thought were quite cool. And it does encourage you to choose different media as well, which is fun. So while I was out, I also got these brush tip pens from Paper Chase, because there are some calligraphy type exercises in here. So I thought brush pens would be quite good for that. So I just thought it might be fun if I don't feel like knitting, or I feel like doing something different, to have a little doodle. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it's got a chart in the beginning, so you can cross off when you've done them all, which is really fun. So yeah, I think I'll enjoy that. So it's looking a bit dishevelled, but I was just going to show you some of the preparations we've had to make. So one of the things we've had to do is switch bedrooms to our second bedroom, because I had to have the bed raised. Very attractive. And it wasn't possible for our bed because it's a divan. So this one was easier to do. So it's been raised, which is great. It actually makes life so much easier already. And we also needed to put some curtains up, because we've got a blind, but it lets a lot of light in around the sides, and I have to have it dark. I wake up as soon as it gets light. So luckily we already had the curtains. We've had them for a while, we just not got around to putting them up. So all I had to do was order a curtain pole, and Paul did it this morning. So it actually looks really nice. So, you know, good to get a job done that we wouldn't have got done if it wasn't for the operation. So we've also had my chair raised and one of the toilets raised, and it's making it feel really, really real now. It's a little bit scary, but it's good that it's all done so that I can kind of get used to it before it all starts happening. And yeah, it's also making me really, really look forward to the day when it can all go and we can go back to normal. So I'm just prepping some projects for my recovery time, because I won't be able to just nip upstairs when I fancy grabbing some yarn. I won't be able to wind any. It's just going to be a bit of a pain to sort of try and direct somebody to find all the bits I want. So I'm putting together some project bags. So what I've done is I've put together some small projects, like some wondrous dishcloths. I've put some yarn in there to make mini socks if that's what I fancy. I've got some yarn to make some vanilla socks for my neighbours. I've got this crochet necklace kit I bought a while back, so that might be a nice little project to do. I've also got my September Rainbow Chronicles and the pattern ready to go. I'm going to be doing this lovely Queen Charlotte socks from the Bridgerton collection. I've also got my next Friends Club ready to go. Down there I've got a new design printed out that I'm waiting for the yarn support to arrive. And then down here I've got my Whitmore cardie, which I've been wanting to start for a while. I've got the yarn to do another Yume sweater for Claire. and I've got some minis to make some scrappy socks. So it should keep me going for a little while and kind of cover whatever I might fancy doing. Obviously I'll already have existing whips on the needles as well, so, and my blanket. So yeah, it should be enough to make it nice and easy so I don't get frustrated, and I can just grab whatever I fancy when I fancy. I've just had a nice surprise. A parcel came and I thought, well, I haven't ordered anything, and I opened it up and it's from lovely Suzanne at Green Lambkin Yarns, who's my very lovely friend. And she sent me this. She sent me this beautiful little card with foxgloves on, which I just love. Really sweet little card. And then this yarn, which she caked up for me because she knew it was going to be tricky. And it is called Fairy Forest, which is just so sweet. And it's got a gorgeous little progress keeper on it. So I will enjoy making something. Might even have to be Christmas socks out of this, I think. I know Suzanne's a big Christmas fan, so it'll make me think of her at Christmas time if I make some socks out of it. So thank you, Suzanne, my lovely. Hello, it's been a little while since I filmed anything, so I thought I'd pop in and let you know how the preparations were going. So it is Monday the 2nd of August, so we are T-minus 9 days. And I am in isolation. I've only been asked to isolate officially from next Sunday, so I'll go to the hospital for a COVID test and then isolate from them. But I've just decided that I will isolate this week because I don't want that test to be positive. So, I mean, I'm not going to strictly isolate. My parents are going to come in and they're going to test before they do. And one of my friends is going to come for a cuppa in the garden, but she's going to bring her own drink so we can stay far apart. She might even sit outside and I'll sit inside the back door. So being super safe. Actually, we've just had a really busy weekend, so I was actually really glad of having some quiet time. So I've just been sitting and knitting. I've been writing some lists. So obviously I'll need to take a hospital bag. And what I decided is I'm actually going to pack 2, because when I'm admitted, I'll go straight to the theatre suite and there's not much room there for your stuff. So I'll just take a small bag with what I need for the first few hours before surgery, and then pack a second bag that Paul can bring in when he comes to visit me that night. So yeah, I'm just writing a list of what needs to go in each bag. I've already started sort of gathering stuff in a little pile on the bed, and my sister just lent me a good, nice big bag. So I've got that ready to pack. But yeah, other than that, just chilling. Not chilling quite as much as that guy over there. But having a nice relaxing day. The food preparation went very well last week, and I've now got a freezer rammed full of meals. In fact, I've only been able to do a really small shop for this week, and I'm gonna have to do another small one at the weekend because if I buy anything, there's no room in the freezer for it. So that's really, really good and makes me feel nice and in control. And I know that we'll have lots of nice, healthy, home-cooked meals ready to go when I come home. So yeah, it's all coming along. But other than that, yeah, just taking it easy, making the most of being able to make myself a cup of tea when I want to, walk to the toilet easily, because I know from next week that's all going to get pretty tricky. Yeah, and that's about it really. So I will speak to you later. I've had 2 surprise deliveries today and it's been so nice. So exciting. So I had this one from my friends Emily and James and their little ones. And oh my goodness, such a treat. I've got chocolates, tea, drinking fudge chocolate sounds amazing. bar of chocolate. There was a lovely card, so lovely. So that was exciting. And then an Amazon parcel just arrived and I was like, I haven't ordered anything. And I got this book, which I absolutely love reading, and I'm always up for recommendations of good books. And then this amazing embroidery kit from Paul's sister and brother-in-law. And she said she didn't know if I liked embroidery, but she loved the designs, which are really cool. I love that one. There's this one. And this one, which is gorgeous. I've done bits of embroidery when I did A-level textiles. I did little bits, but never anything much. So I'll be quite looking forward to having a go at that, I think. So yeah, some lovely surprises today. Hello, excuse how red I am. I've just got out of the shower. It is Tuesday the 10th of August and this is my last day of freedom. Tomorrow is the big day. I'm obviously nervous, but I'm also quite excited today. I've kept myself busy. I've cleaned the house. I've done loads of jobs. I've packed my bag. I've cooked a really nice dinner for us. I've made a lasagna for later. So yeah, ready to go. I've done my hair, my makeup. I've put on a nice dress. So I feel nice because, you know, I'm going to be in hospital gowns for the next few days. So yeah, I'm good to go. And it's a really nice thought to think that this time tomorrow, I will be free. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get choked up. I'm going to be free of dysplasia in my right hip. I can't believe it. And it'll be the start of, you know, the recovery and getting out of this and cracking on. Oh, excuse me, I didn't know I was going to do that. So yeah, exciting times. So now for the rest of the day, I'm going to have a nice relax. I'm going to have a nice dinner with Paul when he gets home. My neighbour has promised she's going to drop me a cocktail on the doorstep, which you can't get better neighbours than that, can you? And then I'll be ready to go. So thank you for getting this far with me. And I will see you hopefully on the other side. Hello, do excuse the state of me, but I am day 2 post-op. It's the first time I've had a chance to film anything because I've either been not well enough to film or not had the privacy to do it. So it's been a big couple of days. I'm very tired. I've been on a bit of a roller coaster ride, very up and very down. Excuse the noises, that is the things keeping my legs moving to prevent clots and things. The staff here are wonderful. They've just been amazing, looked after me so well. The surgeon's really happy with how I've gone. All went to plan. Had x-rays yesterday to check that everything's where it should be, and it is. I'm having physio, which is difficult. It's very difficult. All I'm doing is standing up and walking a little bit on a big frame. And so far I've sort of pretty much fainted both times. but they've said it's to be expected, and I'm doing really well considering the op, so that's good. I've had some sickness, but they adjusted my medication and that seems to have sorted that out. So today I've had an appetite, which is nice. So I'm getting some food down me, which is building my strength. And all in all, I'm keeping my chin up. I'm managing to do a little bit of knitting today and doing well. So yeah, thanks for following along with me. Hello, it's Sunday, so I am day 4 post-op. And as you can see, I've had a little wash, I've put on some makeup, so I'm feeling much more human. I've still had a bit of a rough morning, so we think one of the medications is making me quite sick. So we're trying different combinations of that. But things are going well. I've been out of bed. I've progressed on from what they call a pulpit walking frame to a normal Zimmer frame. And the physio thinks I can try crutches tomorrow. And it just gets easier every single time I get up. So at first I was having to have somebody just like lift my operated leg off of the bed, and now I can do that really easily on my own. I was having trouble getting the operated leg back on the bed, but now I've been taught a trick to help do that. I can like hook my good leg under my bad leg and bring it round, so that's going well. I've been sitting out in the chair for little bits of time, so that's nice to get a change of scene and be out of the bed. I've still got some physio to do in the bed just to try and raise my knees, and I need to have the machine on to keep my knee moving a little bit longer. But other than that, it is going well. I have steps forward and steps backwards, but that's obviously to be expected. The pain's quite tricky today, but again, I think that's to be expected. I've had a lot of local anaesthetic in it, and that's worn off or wearing off, so it's going to happen. I had major surgery, I'm going to have pain. But all in all, I'm feeling quite bright and quite well, and I'm starting to feel ready to go home, which I think is a good sign, because, you know, even up until this morning, I was like, not ready yet. So I'm taking that as a sign that I'm feeling better. So keep everything crossed that the next time I speak to you will be from home. Hello, it is Monday the 23rd of August, and this is the first I've been home for a week, and this is the first opportunity I've had to record anything to finish off this vlog, because I can't really be on my own. The only time I'm kind of on my own is when Paul goes up for his shower in the morning, and I'm not dressed at that point, so I know I've already filmed in my nightie, but you know, I don't really want to do that any more than I have to. So I'm doing really well. I'm day 12 post-op today. I've had my good days and my bad days. I've had some sickness due to medication. But all in all, I'm doing really well. I'm healing brilliantly. Obviously, I've still got dressing on, but from what I can see, the bruising's come down, the swelling's come down, so it's looking really good. I'm managing the pain really well. In fact, today I've dropped down, so I'm just on paracetamol, which is incredible. I can't quite believe it's that quick. And later on this week, I'm having my first phone appointment with physio, and I'm having my dressing removed, so lots to look forward to this week. So yeah, I mean, it's been as straightforward a process as I could have hoped, really. Obviously, it is a massive surgery and a big trauma, so, you know, reminding myself of that has been quite important, because there's been days when I've been beating myself up about not being able to do anything, and then I remember what I've had done. The main reminder I get, you know, it's very weird to think that I have a broken pelvis and I now have metal in my pelvis, because I can't see it or feel it. But the only reminder I have that I most definitely do have a broken pelvis is when I sneeze. It is the most painful thing in the world. I'm quite a sneezy person, so that's not ideal. I would say the one thing I've really learned, and you know, I am fairly likely to have more hip surgery in my lifetime. You know, there's about a 70% chance that I will eventually need this hip replaced, but hopefully it will be in my 50s or 60s rather than my 30s. And I may need stuff done to my left as well. But if I have anything done again, I will not be having the patient-controlled analgesics, the sort of morphine button. That made me so unwell, as did a lot of the heavy pain medication, really. So I will be avoiding that if possible. So it's good to know, because hopefully, if something does happen again, it should be much smoother, because I would know what to expect. So yeah, from here on in, I shall keep you updated via my knitting vlogs. And thanks for sticking with me and following my progress. And I'll see you soon.